What's your credit score?
I love that, like 800.
How easy is
I'm
it?
a finance major. You got to have a great credit score. It's legal discrimination if you don't have good credit, by the way.
So, how easy is it to live in 2024 with an 800 credit score?
Pretty easy.
What are some of the things that you could do that people with lower ones couldn't?
I'll give you a perfect example. I was buying out my car at the Audi dealership, and they said, hey, it's Mr. Petkovich, it's going to take you 20, 30 minutes to run this by Audi and get your finances. He came back 5 minutes later and said, you can pick any car on the lot and drive it off. Do you want a new car? Do you want to buy out your old car? What do you want? They're just, 800, boom, yeah. So.
Have you ever experienced bad credit in the low 500s?
Never. No, I started building up my credit when I was 18. I got a credit card and built it up.
But do you think the government and the credit system makes it harder for people who had financial hardships in the past?
Yeah, but credit's a direct indication of financial discipline. If you have poor credit, it's because you have poor spending habits and you don't have financial discipline. You're spending more than you're making. You're not paying off bills on time. That's all on you. You don't magically wake up with bad credit. Most people have poor credit scores because they're overspending the tap, the apps now where your credit card's getting charged, the subscription services, right? We're no longer taking out cash and spending it. So it's a lot easier to spend money now. You're just tapping everywhere. But it's not really your money. It's the bank's money.
Would you say that you both have a high credit score?
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely, dude.
And we've compared.
Oh, yeah, dude. Over 800 for the both of us.
We openly share bank accounts, credit
We're
cards,
completely open about
credit score, all of it.
Yeah, we have separate accounts. She
Everything's
spends her
separate.
stuff.
Everything's
I spend
separate.
my, but we know each other's stuff.
Yeah.
There's no secret.
The moment we got into a serious relationship, it was like, here are all of my accounts.
Yes,
and
sir.
here are all of mine. And this is what's going on in my life, this is what's going on in yours.
Like what, like 8 or 9?
That's the most open you can be with someone if you want to build a life.
How easy has life been with an 800 credit score?
Man, I mean, I don't think it gets easier than that.
What are some of the things that you could do now that you couldn't have done back when you had a lower one?
Ooh.
The sucky part is that I don't think I've ever had a lower score. I never really did.
I was trained by my parents once I got a credit card to treat it as cash. That way it was constantly building as a positive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I never thought like,
early
you have extra. I guess it was the way we were taught to handle our credit.
So you've never experienced bad credit before?
Correct.
But do you think
And I
that
don't
for the
mean
people,
sounds like a dick.
but do you think the credit system makes it harder for people who experience financial hardships
Oh,
to
for
get ahead?
sure, for sure, absolutely.
The credit
It's all a
system
joke.
is fucking dog shit.
It's all a joke.
Literally right now
100%.
we're trying to buy our first investment property, and just the fact that the credit system will sell your information to anybody fucking trying to finance is complete dog shit. I know there's legislative stuff going on right now to try to stop that, but it's just complete bullshit.
Yeah. No. People are taught that credit is their way to live, so they max out their credit cards, paying their bills, getting their groceries, getting their clothes for their growing children. They're taught that this is the way you survive, when really it's just making them negative in their like long-term success.
And in a way it is. This is the United States of America. If you don't owe anything, you don't fucking, you don't make any money.
Yeah.
So borrowing is the way to go. However, I think we're on the positive side where we never have to experience the negative side.
Would you say you have high credit scores?
I mean, I got like that 680. It's in the good category. I'm working on that 700.
Yeah, so I got that 620. My lowest is 580. But we're building a house, Lago Mars, Texas City, baby.
Lagoon life, dog.
Lagoon life, dog. Yeah.
You find life to be harder being that you're in the low and high sixes?
No.
What happened?
Do you find life harder to be in the low and high sixes of a credit score?
No, I mean, like whenever we needed an apartment, we were able to get an apartment. Whenever we were able to get a car, we were able to get a car.
Survival.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a position where your credit score was too low and you couldn't do things?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That was me.
Yes.
After my divorce, my
Yeah.
credit score was like 495.
Yeah.
And it was hard to get a decent car, you know, or at least for a decent interest
we had to call
rate.
in that mom and daddy. daddy. Yeah, mom and daddy, I'm gonna need your help for a second there.
And did you feel like the credit system makes it harder for people who experience financial hardships?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for
100%.
sure, for sure. Like America is based upon credit, but like who determines that? You know what I'm saying? Experian, TransUnion, and then you have what's the other one?
Yeah, it's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of
Right.
like rigged because
It's
you
rigged.
can make all your payments on time. Your credit score will go up like 2-4 points a month, right?
Yeah.
You miss one payment, it drops 90 points.
And God forbid, like you personally cancel a credit card, they'll drop your score
They'll
for
drop
you
it.
personally cancel a credit card. They have to cancel the credit card for you.
Would you say you have a good credit score?
Yeah, I have an excellent credit score. I work offshore.
Okay, what would you say it is?
9.75.
975?
Yeah. I believe it can go up higher, but I'm good enough to where I can drop to a Lexus dealer and drive off.
Do you feel like the credit system is set up to make it harder for people who were broke in the past?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What gives you that idea?
It's because your past always haunts you no matter what. And it don't matter what you do, what you try to fix, however you try to fix it, it's always going to haunt you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just like, I'm a convicted felon, right? And they don't ever stop looking at, well, you're a convicted felon. And I just laugh at them. I was like, I'm a convicted felon, and I make $975,000 a year legally, and I own 3 houses, and I'm about to get my own apartment complex. You know what I'm saying?
But what are some of the things that you struggle to get as a convicted felon, even though you're making almost $1 million a year?
Freedom. Freedom. Freedom.
Where do they block you?
Everywhere, brother. Everywhere, brother. That's
For the people who don't know.
Exactly, everywhere, brother. They block you everywhere. It's so hard. That's why it's so hard for convicted felons not to go back. Because once you come home, the society don't want you. You know what I'm saying? They all make up, I don't know if you've ever been down before or not, but they all make up this bullshit thing called changes and whatever. That's just a bullshit write-off, man. You know what I'm saying?
So you couldn't get like a regular job if you wanted to?
Me? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm an oil field. I'm deep oil field. That's one thing a convicted felon can always turn back to is in the oil field.
How many kids do you have together?
1 and 2 total. 1 under, before me.
I was
but
a single mom for 4 years, and then we got together, and then we have a 2-year-old son now.
How much do you have to make annually to take care of a family of 4?
Between the both of us, I don't think it'd be anything more than like 80,000, but
In Texas.
we're,
be clear.
we're over 200 between the both of us, and that's on the low side.
Over 200K between the two of you?
Absolutely, on the low side, on the absolute low side. Calculating, she's making probably like between 40 and 50. And I'm over 200, so.
And what are the things and what things are you able to do with your family making that amount together?
We go on at least 2
Man,
vacations a year.
you name it, bro.
A week long or so. Maybe like a week and a half so. We make sure we prioritize time together. We made it a point at least once a month we go out together, just us 2, which is why we're here, of course. And then aside from us going out alone, we take our kids out every weekend. Once we have free time, we figure out what the kids want to do, where they want to go, what we can do to make them happy, things like that.
And are you able to... Shit.
Take your time, bro. We got answers. Whatever you question you got, we got answers, bro.
You're good. And let me see. Are you hold on. And how often do you go out to eat?
Like as a family
Only
or
on the
like
weekends.
her and I?
Only on the weekends.
Just in general.
Monday through Friday, our credit cards and debit cards, they don't have a fucking charge, bro.
We make lunches,
Saturday and Sunday,
breakfast
that's
at
the only
home.
fucking money we spend. We don't fucking
Throughout
we don't
the
waste
week,
money, bro.
we make sure for work we have our
We don't
lunches
waste money,
prepped.
dude.
We have breakfast prepped if we need.
Yeah.
On the weekends, that's when we splurge.
We hit up our Sam's
Because we have
Club
our-
on
yeah.
Saturday or Sundays. We load up for the week. We don't fucking waste a single penny during the week.